Welcome to Gardening in the Desert, and today I am fertilizing a dwarf bonanza peach tree. And to start, what I've done is I've moved back the soil from the top of the ground around the roots. And what that will do is allow me to layer some fertilizer and then cover it back with the mulch here that's around the rim, and that will mask the smell from flies. Here in the desert we do get a lot of flies, and they do seem to really gravitate towards any fertilizers that have any kind of scent, so especially fish emulsions and the kelp meal or the seaweed meal. Bone meal also gives off some kind of a scent, and also blood meal. So by covering the fertilizers, I find that I have less problem attracting flies. There's several fertilizers that can be used. There's a spike that this example here is Job's Organics, and it's fruit and citrus tree spikes. And this is a dwarf bonsai tree, so this, to me, it looks rather large. I don't know how long exactly this would last, but it's going to be enough for at least 3 months for this size tree. Another combination that can be used is the kelp meal along with some extra bone meal. And the bone meal is going to be great for your bud and fruit production. And the kelp meal has an amount of nitrogen and lots of trace minerals that the plants really seem to love. So it is really helpful to use the kelp meal, and it doesn't burn the roots. And that's something that's really important with fertilizers, is you do need to keep in mind not to add too much or at the wrong time, because the roots can be burned by too much. So for this demonstration, we're going to go ahead and use the kelp meal and the bone meal. So I'll use about 3 handfuls of the kelp, and I'll just spread that around, and you can probably see some of the fibers of the roots. I just want to evenly spread them all the way towards the edge. So as far as the branches go out, you want to make sure you extend your fertilizer out that far. And for more exact instructions, just take a look at how big your tree is, and then look at the information on the back of the package. It usually has a pretty good guide. But I'm just doing this at a friend's house, and we just went over some information to properly take care of trees. We did a little bit of pruning. There really wasn't much to prune on this tree. So I just kind of threw this in there. Okay. Now once the fertilizer has been added, what you want to do is just go ahead and take the mulch and push that back. And just keep in mind to keep a couple of inches around the trunk free. Larger trees you might want to do at least 6 inches away from the trunk. You want to be able to allow the trunk to stay dry, and that will prevent rot. So that's just a quick little bit of information for fertilizing a dwarf bonanza peach tree. And thank you for watching.